And we're back. Final video of the night, I do believe. Hello, Portal.
Hi. I'm going to bed now.
Alright. See ya. Good night.
Good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Poof.
Poof. Oh, okay. Oh, man. We're gonna go into Lumber Tycoon 2 in just a moment. I wanna do a little bit of screwing around in this first. My god, dude. It's crazy. Meow. Meow. Okay. Okay, well. Oh my god, it is so late. I'm so tired. I have another 2 hours to go. Wait, did I join? Oh, I joined my game again. Whoops. My bad. I'm gonna join. Yeah, my private server. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna listen to some Reddit stories. Um, yeah, we're gonna listen to some Reddit stories. Relax on this. Just chill for the next 2 hours until the items are openable at 3 a.m. Okay, load slot.
Welcome to Reddit Stories. I'm Shane, and today's episode is all about scary stories. I should give a blanket trigger warning here. These aren't really ghost stories. These are more true crime coded. So if that is not your cup of tea, maybe this isn't the episode for you. Just letting you know now, I'll give more trigger warnings throughout the episode. But I am joined by two of the scariest people I know. Damien and Amanda.
Boom!
That was so scary, Damien.
What?
You're so scary.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Hello.
How's it going?
Great. I love true crime.
We're recording this at 8:45 in the morning.
Yes, we are, which is the perfect time to listen to true crime.
Start your day the spooky way. Here on Smosh Reddit. That's the t-shirt.
Damien's sad it's not about ghouls.
Yeah. No, this is now sounding like the types of stories that genuinely scare me.
yeah.
This ghost stuff I'm like, ooh,
Gets excited.
spooky.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh no, but people
Actually, yeah,
scare the
I shouldn't
crap
need
out
it by now.
Oh, people are.
And this is about people?
Yeah.
People are scarier than ghosts.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm so down for anything spooky. Like, I loved spooky stuff as a kid. If I'm like listening to a story, I'm like, uh-oh, hope there's not any ghouls.
Oh,
like,
God.
I love that so much. But scary stuff, like, people are horrifying.
Oh, I'm
absolutely.
so ready.
But you like true crime.
I do. I love true crime. I'm fascinated about people and what they do and messed up things they do.
I did watch y'all Smosh Mouth about true crime. Well, you and Angela as
Yeah.
well, like having the
Yeah, not
vacation.
Shane, not
It was like the beach vacation, and then it was all about true crime, and I was
Yeah.
like, I got so much cleaning done while listening to y'all just having fun.
Thank you.
Oh, it was great.
Oh my God.
It's a big industry. I don't personally get it. Like, I get once you start getting into like the mystery of it or like the suspense of it, but when it's a real story, I'm like,
See, Angela and I realized it's about the court for us. We like
yeah.
the court part
yeah.
of that.
I like it if the person like was caught and brought to justice.
Oh,
whole
yeah.
story.
I need it to have a wrap up, and I need kind of like closure for the victims and stuff. Otherwise, if it's like, and they got away, I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
No, don't give me that one.
Yeah.
Tell me that
Closure.
one. Tell me that one once they find them.
Yeah.
So, like
well.
suspension of disbelief. Like if it's a stories about like ghosts and ghouls, like people believe what they believe.
I love true crime, just in general. Pretty cool. Pretty fascinating.
I don't personally believe it, and I think all the ghouls were taken out in the 20s, was it?
Yeah, they killed them then.
So no more ghouls. So I can watch that and have fun, but like I'm pretty sure there's people out there.
Oh,
I've heard.
there are.
Shall we get into this?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Our first scary story. This comes from a subreddit that I've never heard of before. Glitch in the Matrix.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Really?
Ghouls.
Yeah. Yes. No.
The title of this, I am losing my fing mind.
Fun.
I was never one to believe in paranormal shit or whatever, but I have no idea what the is going on with me right now, and I'm genuinely considering seeking professional help. I live in a really small shared dorm apartment with 2 roommates. There's this hallway that, if you face it, there are 2 bedrooms to your right, 1 bedroom to your left, and a closet at the end of the hallway facing you. The bedroom on the left is right next to the closet. When we moved in, my roommate always complained that they got a closet instead of a bathroom, like me and my other roommate had in our rooms. This closet had a bunch of our shared stuff, including my clothes, gifts, keepsakes, whatever. Today I got back from visiting my parents, and I came back to put away some clothes from this closet, but I opened it and saw a fucking bathroom. A bathroom with a toilet and a shower and everything. I was only gone for 2 days, and we rented this place, so it couldn't have been randomly built or some shit. I told my roommates, but they fucking said it was always a fucking bathroom, and they had no idea what the hell I was talking about. I can't find any of the stuff that was in the closet anymore, even though I had a shit ton of memorable keepsakes in that fucking closet. What the fuck? I spent all day just sulking in my room feeling miserable. I am not crazy, but that bathroom was a fucking closet just 3 days ago. I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm genuinely considering seeing a psychologist right now.
Oh my god.
I'm sick.
Oh my god, that's terrible. I don't like that. I don't like that. Ugh. Oh, I don't like that.
I don't feel good.
Don't cough on
Well,
me.
I'm gonna cough on you.
Don't do it, you
You
ghoul.
won't be able to see it.
This is very odd to me, and it reminds me of, and if this ends up being one of the stories that we talk about, please, cut me off, but there is a urban legend that has some truth to it about like the girl that checks into a hotel with her mom gets sick, she goes to get some medicine, she comes back and like the room is empty, her mom's not there, they're like, you've never checked in here before, and it's a very spooky paranormal story, but the result ended up being that the mother had contracted like a form of the bubonic plague, and in order to contain it, they had to like keep her away, and the mother had passed, and they had to clean up the room and be like, hey, nothing's happened until like the quarantine
All while
period
she
went away.
went to the bathroom?
No, it was to get like medicine out in town for like a few hours.
Whoa.
So like that's the urban legend. I know there's parts of it that like are true and that did happen. So I'm like, is there something about this
The plague?
here where like, yes, did she have the plague or maybe
Yeah, maybe she
Spanish
has
flu.
the plague.
This makes
What?
me feel so weird inside because she, the only, like, she must have imagined it, but you don't want to think that because then that makes you feel insane. And didn't you say her
Yeah.
roommate said, yeah, it's really annoying that we have a closet?
and the roommates are insisting that no, it's still a closet or it's all a bathroom?
It's all a bathroom.
It's always been a bathroom. And it's like, yeah, and you know, my roommate always complained that they got a closet instead of a bathroom like me and my other roommate had in our rooms. This closet had a bunch of our shared stuff, including like clothes, gifts, keepsakes, whatever. But they're saying, no, it's a bathroom now.
Where's her stuff?
That's
Probably the
that's
toilet.
another thing.
She's been flushing her stuff this whole time and is like, where is all my
It's
stuff?
like, I'm putting my stuff way flush.
Yeah, I mean, either
Spooky.
paranormal, glitch in the matrix, or like something is
What the?
inherent. I feel like
Trauma or something.
some.
Oh, carbon monoxide leaks too. Like a lot of things that have spooky stuff tied to the house where people are like, I keep finding all this stuff around my home. They're like, this changed.
I should not be
this
watching spooky
Sometimes
stuff
you'll find,
at
like, they're
1 in the
have a
morning
small
when I'm
gas leak
tired.
and they're actually
This is so stupid.
Comment? Say,
This is
check
so
the
dumb.
gas.
Check the gas. Let's check the comments here. Someone said, interesting. Check if the important stuff is now stored at your parents' place or other semi-plausible locations.
No.
Someone said, write everything down or draw it, including every detail of your trip before and after too. Make a list of the stuff in the once was closet or draw it if you prefer. Just some kind of record for yourself so you don't forget. Lastly, someone said, damn, your alternate universe self must also be freaking out because he was sure that that was a bathroom.
Yeah. I just took a shit on a
Wow.
box of my own clothes and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Commenters are really helping out. Draw everything from memory.
Yeah, right? Well, they were very clear. You step in, straight on, and there's a closet. 1 room to the left, 2 rooms to the right. There's the
Yes.
bathroom shared between them.
They could draw it.
But I will say, too, like, they did talk about their roommate complaining that, oh, I only got this closet. Well, you guys got the bathroom. So everybody puts stuff in the closet?
Yeah, where does anyone have a closet?
Guess not, now that it's a turlet.
I'm tripping.
A turlet?
Turlet?
A turlet.
Well, we have the answer.
Whoa, what? You're like a magician.
Update that was posted 2 weeks later. It's 1 sentence.
Oh.
They wrote, I have a brain tumor.
Oh shit.
Okay, I feel.
Oh shit.
No.
What?
I think you said mostly reasonable things.
Well, you didn't know.
Yeah, well, neither did they.
This is awful.
Yeah, I mean, something happens and you go, what's going on? I mean,
That is a devastating.
No. Okay, no. Forget the tumor. It's what the tumor was doing. I just got chills. Really think about this. What was fake? How much was fake? Also, the wind is now blowing in my face. Now all of a sudden it got cold too. Everything just hit me at once. That was terrible. Oh my god. Dude, that shit's terrifying. That shit's terrifying. I'm not even bothered. Like, it's not even upsetting. Like, oh, I don't feel like. No, I don't care about you be feeling like an asshole. That shit's terrifying. Like, scary. Like, your entire everything is like fake. Like, that's it. That's who you are. Like, it's not just some like, oh, okay, now I can be my normal self. No, that is who you are. That is what you knew, and it was fake. It was just a lie because of this tumor. Oh my god, that's ugh. Don't like that. Don't like that. You're not really some special being in this little world you live in. You are your brain, and whenever your brain is having problems, it's like, okay, you're kind of at its mercy. Oh god.
Update. I don't think I want updates. I do know that when you start to have a brain tumor, you do have a crazy amount of memory loss. Do feel like something is going on, but I don't know much about it. So if
I'm not a neurologist,
if you could just imagine something happening,
it's scary.
It's
I mean,
really
that's
scary.
that's scarier than a glitch in the matrix. Is just
Yeah.
like, oh, our perception of things can be
that's
completely altered.
really scary.
It's why, like, if something like that is happening, you should go to a doctor.
Yeah.
And you should make sure, and then if it's like, oh, and everything checks out, then it's like, okay, now it's ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Go to the doctor first, and then
Then
ghouls.
it's ghouls.
And then
Well,
ghouls.
I appreciate the joke. Ghosts and ghouls are so different, Amanda. and
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if we have
You know
time
what's
to get into
crazy
it.
is
Yeah,
I
we can't
actually
get
knew
into
you were gonna
that.
say that.
Yeah.
Get into that.
That's insane. Because
I already said it once. In this
Glitch in the
bathroom.
Matrix.
Oh my god,
We have
it's a smiley
no
face.
No other
Okay.
information on this because this was the only post by this account. Brain tumors are a scary, crazy thing.
Yeah.
This reminds me, this is completely different, but it reminds me of a story of something my friend told me where he was at the gym and he saw this guy who was like insanely buff, like this just insane looking dude. And he was like, at one point he was just like, damn, like you look insane, man. And the guy was like, actually, it's kind of an insane story. I started just randomly getting, like, he's like, I've always worked out, but like I started getting really buff suddenly, like out of nowhere. And it turns out it was a brain tumor that was hitting like a growth thing in my body.
Oh, wow.
And I got it removed, but like I'm able to like maintain like a lot of. Now that's probably the best case scenario.
You
of a
didn't
brain
lose
tumor.
any buffness?
I probably lost some,
My
but like.
dinger just became huge
But-
because on account of the brain tumor.
Oh no! It hit the huge penis part of my brain.
No, the pituitary.
Oh my god.
My
Fifth
God.
puberty go.
And I've heard other types of crazy stories with brain tumors.
Where am
So
I?
I think it's plausible. I think this is very real. And also, like, you know, not to get up, but you know, my grandpa got Alzheimer's, and it's just like, oh, that's probably the experience. You just suddenly your reality's different.
Same.
So that's, you know, like I said, oh, it's all a simulation, oh, a glitch in the matrix. But I'm like,
No.
there's also the scary real version of it.
It's very real.
So I'm not gonna say the story's fake, because I think this probably happened.
Yeah.
But the only optimistic side is like, okay, they now know maybe there's something treated or whatever. We have no updates after that.
That's terrifying.
Who knows?
Dude, the glitch of the Matrix in and of itself was like terrifying,
So
but
ghouls
just
are
like the
kind
fact
of
that oh,
like,
it's a tumor.
Zombies.
Oh,
but
it's your
they
brain.
feast on the dead.
Horrible.
So I think they're like the freegans of the.
Like if
spooky world.
it was just like
Or
okay, the
supernatural,
universe
where
glitched, that's
zombies
one
are
thing, and
often-
it's still
Wait, no,
creepy.
The zombies are very real.
And
no.
ghosts
But,
are
oh,
the
God.
Ghosts are dead.
Those are like
Come back.
spirit undead. Ghouls are like they like haunt graveyards and look for like fresh.
Yeah. I thought
They're
one
like
I'm gonna
had
close my
vampires,
window.
Not the tummy water.
If I don't come back from walking over there, just know a monster pulled me in. I'm terrified right now, actually.
Weren't zombies originally not supposed to be undead? Like a zombie
Yeah.
is a person who's been kind of like
It's a voodoo
brainwashed.
thing
Okay,
that
it is closed.
Specifically, like ritually, they are sort of
Oh,
called
man.
to follow you. And,
Yeah.
so it's a whole thing.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, we're gonna ask you about true crime. If you want to know about ghouls,
Trust me, I know
Tell you
who to
all
go
about
to. You.
All right, our next story. Trigger warning, death threats. I've heard this one is probably our scariest story. Okay, so skip this one. This comes from True Off My Chest. My boyfriend's coworkers joked about killing me in their work chat. My boyfriend and I got into a fight about his job yet again. I noticed he was texting a lot after the fight, so once he went to sleep, I went through his phone. I saw the first few texts of them calling me names and saying I'm self-sabotaging things, but then it turned dark. One coworker said he should roofie me so I just sleep and leave him alone. The next one said she knows how to place a catheter, a feeding tube, and IV so they could knock me out and not kill me. But then her next text made my heart stop. She said they could just chloroform me, pull all my teeth out, and feed me to pigs so nothing was left. The next coworker said her grandparents do have a pig farm. My boyfriend said LMAO, no, that's great. And of course they all immediately said they were all joking. I packed quickly and quietly, grabbed my daughter, and left. Now my entire life, as I knew it, is over. I feel like I'm overreacting. I know the police can't actually do anything, so I can't even report it because they never said my name or anything like that. I'm just scared and sad. This is awful. Edit. I have actually talked with him after unblocking him. Didn't tell him anything, but he claims it was a joke. No one actually threatened me. They were all just venting, and I'm overreacting like always. And he isn't going to argue with the voices in my head. Still not going back, but I'm letting him incriminate himself more. He also claims I was never supposed to see the messages anyway. That's his safe place, and I ruined that for
first of all, daughter. Second of all, run. Are you kidding? That's my safe place. I have
Yeah, your work chat.
You're joking about
That's
getting
terrible.
fed to pigs?
Yeah.
A
Holy crap.
catheter? That's a medical term. No, thank you.
That's
No one should say that word unless it's real. No, thank you.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't. People don't know what a joke is. Like that's not
It's not a
something
joke.
you say about someone you supposedly love.
If I'm her, maybe she thinks she couldn't show the police, but like,
I would have.
that's it. I would show the police because that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
you
also,
went on
you could
record.
send it. You could send it to their manager at their job and be like, "Hey, this is what all these coworkers are."
She
talking
I
about."
wonder if she screenshotted any of them and sent
Hopefully
it to
she
herself.
did. I mean,
I'd be terrified to do that though.
Honestly, this is terrifying. This is really scary.
comments. Even if they don't mention you by name, I would go to the police because they are speaking about killing someone. Someone else said, I don't even think killing is the word for this shit. The things they described were so grotesque, intricate, and disturbing. Someone else said, first, good decision. Joking about killing your spouse is beyond messed up. Second, if his coworkers are so invested in getting rid of you and your ex is entertaining this discussion, my guess in true Reddit long jump Olympics is that she is more than a coworker. OP said, she actually is. They had an affair about 6 months ago. He told me she no longer worked there, but I recognized the number in the group chat. Someone else said, if you didn't send these messages to yourself, please take time to jot down everything you remember about the messages before more time elapses, in case you ever need them again. I hope you don't. She said, I did. I got all the screenshots sent to me and have them sent to other people so they are safe.
Yeah, that's smart.
Well, with the affair
With the
thing.
affair, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Lovers, killing,
Yeah.
spouse. Hello.
And even if that weren't the case, which it clearly seems to be, the coworkers having a vested interest in like how much they hate this person, like that's not the first time these brought up like, my partner, I don't really like them, we've had a tough time. Like this seems like very casual, normal conversation.
This is really scary.
Update.
Oh,
Get to this update so we're not pondering on this. My daughter and I are safe. We left that night and got to our safe spot and haven't looked back. I didn't realize just how bad the mental and emotional abuse was until it was pointed out in a lot of the comments. I really appreciate that. I did report it to the police. I was able to gather enough proof that they were talking about me and they decided to charge them with assault by threat, which won't keep them in jail for long, but long enough to maybe scare them into leaving me alone. The three of them did lose their jobs. While it was a local-owned business, I didn't realize it was a franchise. I reported all the messages to corporate, as well as some more I had found about shady things, so I don't have to worry about them messing with anyone's food after the awful things that they planned for me. I'm working on filing for full custody of my daughter. I did meet with an attorney for a consultation and got some sound advice on what to do until I can actually file and get the ball rolling. My ex has been blowing up my phone, rotating between begging me to come back and then attacking me about ruining his life over a joke and calling me every name under the sun. I did find out the coworker in the chat wasn't the only girl he was sleeping with. My friend went and packed up the rest of my stuff and grabbed one of his old phones by mistake. His Apple ID and most things were still logged in when I powered it on. Multiple dating apps and profiles, thousands of messages between him and different women. He slept with a lot of them. Lots of lies from him about being at work when he wasn't, and lots of lies about times he worked and things like that. It went back to at least November of last year, so who knows how long that's really been going on. So yes, my life is all flipped upside down, and I'm obviously heartbroken and angry, but my daughter and I will be okay, and I'm okay with that. We aren't ever going back, and I'm just ready to move on, get settled again, and also get every STD test available. Thank you to everyone who offered support and messaged me. I really do appreciate all of it. I might post an update once everything is truly settled, but for now, this is it.
Whoa!
This is gonna be a weird take, okay? And I don't know how well it'll sit with people, but the whole finding out your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever she's in, and going, okay, I gotta get every STD check to the test ever invented. It's like, dude, really? Like it's not like every time people have sex, like you're getting shit. You know what I mean? Like, chill out.
That's nuts.
Calm down a little bit.
Kudos
Goddamn.
to OP for like recognizing this and getting out of there, because like when we do have conversations like this, or when you're watching true crime or whatever,
Yeah.
we have the luxury of being like, time to read a Reddit story. There's something that makes this a story. Time to watch a true crime.
Yeah.
There's crime in the genre. We know
Yeah.
what this is. This is just her life, and she had to be like, is this crazy enough for me to leave and with my daughter? And it's like, yup, but that's
Yeah.
not always easy to see.
No, and
so,
also congratulations to her because it's not very hard to leave.
yeah.
It's very
Oh,
hard
and it's
to leave.
scary to leave. I understand that, like,
Really
threats
scary.
are there, and it's like leaving is a really scary part. But thank God she.
Thank
she got
God.
out. Just reading these stories, it reminds me, like, this is what scares me. Be like, that house is apparently haunted. People see ghosts all the time. Be like, I'll spend the night there,
Yeah.
as opposed to hanging out with any of these
Oh,
people.
100%.
I'll go
I
chill in
will
a haunted
eat
house.
a Ouija board in that house before dealing with any of the people in this story.
People are way scarier.
Yeah.
Way scarier.
All right, our next story. My mother-in-law suddenly passed away in a car accident last month. At the same time, my stalker disappeared. This comes from True Off My Chest. My mother-in-law and I never had a good relationship. She has tried to sabotage my relationship with my husband since the day she met me. I wasn't good enough for her handsome and successful boy. I contemplated ending my relationship several times, but my husband always showed that he is on my side, and I love it. A few years ago, I started getting very threatening and scary emails and texts from a Pax. This Pax knew everything about me. It didn't matter how many emails and phone numbers I changed, they or he always found me. I made several reports, but nothing happened. My husband tried everything to trace the emails. Nothing came.
Finally, we're going.
This
Jesus.
past year, I basically never left the apartment alone. I haven't received a single threatening text or email from Pax in a month. After a few days, I wasn't surprised. Felt like I always knew it was mother-in-law deep down. My husband hasn't reacted yet. He's consumed with his grief, and I don't want to bother him, especially when he bitterly told me, "You must be very pleased now," when we heard the news, and I tried to comfort him. He apologized later and said he was just feeling guilty that he loved and chose me more than he loved her. Now I'm waiting for him to connect the dots. Will he get it? If he does, will he talk to me about it? I don't know if I will ever bring it up to him. Also, I won't relax and go back to my normal life just yet, but I know in my heart that it's over and I can't be happier about my life.
Whoa.
Wow. So, yeah, so the mother-in-law was basically tormenting her for years. It
It's
sounds
not
like
the time to bring it up to the husband, though.
no,
Yeah, I
It
I
might
agree.
take years.
not in the first month.
I think she needs like a group of a different community for her to process this because a husband's not the right person to go to right now.
Yeah.
Although, it's hard.
Yeah, like this is not the right time, like you said. When is the right time? It might be like a, not couples counseling necessarily, but like a group therapy thing where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
there's something difficult I want to run by you. Like,
A moderator.
I do think you have to
like-
talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
You can't just let that go.
Absolutely. But if
Um,
it just happened a couple
Because
months.
he'll have to come to terms with the fact that his mom was doing something even more horrendous than he knew. Because obviously it sounds like the mother-in-law was trying to sabotage in a more open way and was just very deliberately against her. But when that didn't work, it sounds like she resorted to, more like other means of trying to get her to leave.
Also, a little ouch that he said that to his wife. Like, I'm sure you're
Yeah.
pleased. It's like,
Yeah.
hello?
He
That's not
apologized. He apologized later and said he was just feeling guilty that he loved and chose me more than he loved her.
That does sound like, I know this isn't the topic of it, but that sounds like bullshit to me where it's like, I'm sorry I lashed out, baby. It's just, sometimes I just love you so much. I just get scared. It's like, hey, actually go f yourself. You don't talk to your wife that way.
Yeah.
So,
well,
like-
he feels guilty because he was kind of forced in that moment to choose his wife over his mom, which is awful. But I will say there's no innocent person kind of in that realm. Like, the mom also put him in a position to do that, and then he was put in a position. It's such a sad situation.
Yeah, I mean, he is going through grief, and I know people
True.
handle that differently. It makes things tough. I don't know how long after he apologized, but he knew that his mother-in-law, that his wife did not like his mother-in-law, and that's a very common thing that
It's
Sure,
really
people go through
uncomfortable.
that. So
Yeah.
being like, you must be very pleased now.
And this
Um,
is like, they are the one posting it, so you never know what they said or did to the mother-in-law. But the fact of the matter is the
Yeah.
mother-in-law was a stalker trying to torment them.
Yeah.
And it's so bizarre to me too, because I know this is speaking in generalities, it's not everybody, and I don't know the age of the people here, but the general like stereotype is that sometimes like an older parent is like, how do I save the Google Doc? Whereas this is like, I'm gonna make an untraceable email to ruin your life.
Yeah.
Like that's, no
So
matter
much
who you are, that's a
energy.
lot of energy.
So
to,
much
like,
energy when your son is happy.
Yeah, that's
But
truly
it's
nuts.
hard. You can't figure out family dynamics unless you're in it. Like it's really all I will say is I'm sorry that she dealt with that. That is an awful
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple comments. You know, there are a lot of cases where people had tons of threatening letters and phone calls. In many, they never found out who did it, and most people assumed it was some random psycho. But I wonder how many were close to them instead. Someone replied to that saying, my wife's cousin had a stalker for years, and it turned out his long-term boyfriend was behind it all along. People are desperate to have control. Lastly, someone said, I agree that you should let him connect the dots on his own. I wouldn't even drop hints to help him along the way.
No.
I mean, look,
I
grief
don't know
is.
if I agree with that fully.
Yeah.
I just feel like it feels obvious.
I think
Like, after months where it's like, okay, the stalker is gone, and they disappeared the day that mother-in-law died.
I think give him some time and then they need to talk about it possibly
Yeah, okay,
with
well,
a
yeah.
moderator there.
I would agree. I think it's also important to like bring that up at some point, because you're giving the husband a lot of credit there for connecting the dots, especially given the comment of like, "Weren't you happy?" Like, if his wife suddenly stops bringing up the stalker and the mother-in-law's gone, what's to say that he won't be like, "Oh, I see. You were like bringing this up, the stalker, so I paid attention to you instead of my mommy." You know, like it gives him too much credit. You might want to.
Yeah.
We have an update.
Oh.
I was here maybe a month ago. If I find it, I will post it. Talking about me suspecting that my mother-in-law was my stalker who tormented me for years. I was trying to get advice about whether or not to tell my husband who was mourning me. I decided to wait a little, but after venting here, I was sure that she was my stalker. I started living like I never did before, with 10-minute walks alone, then 15, then a half hour, and so on. At first, my husband didn't notice my freedom, or maybe he did, but was processing it himself. Last Friday, I told him that I was going out with the girls. Alone? Yes. Want me to drive you there? No need. Are you not afraid anymore? No, my stalker won't bother me again. He kissed me and wished me a nice evening. When I came home around midnight, he was still up. He said that he wanted to talk to me. He asked me, was my mother your stalker? Yes. He broke down crying. He said he has always suspected her and even talked to her a couple of times about it, and she made him so guilty by accusing him of being my sin. Sorry, I don't know a better word for it. He said he noticed how I, after so many years of fear and anxiety, stopped eventually crying in my sleep, and he noticed that I haven't woke him up for a month now. I actually don't remember half the time I woke him up in terror, but he always told me and my therapist about it whenever it happened. He apologized for never discussing it with me, and never protected me from his family, even though he had suspicions. Honestly, I'm not even mad or disappointed. If the police couldn't help me, I don't know how much my husband could have done, and I just want to move on and leave this behind. We are going to start couples therapy, and my husband is planning to tell his family that mother-in-law was my stalker. He is adamant about it, and honestly, I think it's a good idea. My husband has also decided not to attend the headstone setting on mother-in-law's grave.
Well,
Wow. Please. No.
well, I think that I was really happy that the husband did that on his own accord. Like he needed a little bit of time to talk to her. That's just a really, really messy
People don't want to
situation.
talk. It's weird.
It's a tough thing
Okay.
to come to terms with, of like, oh, this person who I'm supposed to love and look up to and
Yeah.
raised me is a monster.
Yeah.
You know, like that's gotta be tough. And especially to have to come to terms with that after they're gone.
Yeah.
where you
Did he just leave?
that closure.
Yeah.
That's the tough.
That's
thing.
almost that's worse. To like not be going to his grave now. It's like okay, like that's
Yeah.
where that ends in a way. But there's also, I guess, power.
That felt so quick. Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the reality of it.
I mean, he has to go through mourning twice because she's died, and
Yeah.
now the image of who he thought she was has died. So no wonder he's skipping that ceremony. I will say, people are complicated, and those complicated people have kids, and like sometimes someone can be the nicest person in the world in one way and then have a completely separate side of themselves, and that's a lot to come to terms with. And I think like you have to sort of get to know both sides of them, especially when they're gone.
Yep.
And that's hard. I do feel like my initial instinct was judgment when I'm like, wait, he suspected the mother-in-law the whole time? Like, but if I were in that position and my own mother were like, how dare you, then I don't think I'd be able to do it either.
But to deal with two people that you love and care about, like being in this, and one of them finding out that one of them was committing a crime against the other. That's
the mother-in-law
take it to another
stuff
level, like.
is real. I mean, that's why they have it in Disney princess movies, like the mother-in-law, the stepmother. There's definitely a real thing there.
The huntsman's supposed to cut out your heart.
Yes, exactly. Like a ghoul. And now we're back.
Ghouls.
Welcome to Spooky Reddit.
Now we're back.
I'm loving the true crime stuff though. I'm actually, I will say this, Amanda, you're wonderful at bringing me into the world of like true crime because it's never been my thing, but any bit of content I've seen with you and like getting to discuss it with you as well now, I'm just like, okay, I do kind of get it. This is interesting. So
It's interesting. Like scary, awful things can be interesting.
Yeah.
Here's our last story. Comes from the subreddit Creepy Encounters.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say it.
Ghouls.
Well,
Someone plays carnival music in our yard late at night. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to handle
No,
that.
thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, you'd be out dancing.
You'd be like, clowns, I
You'd be
love
like-
clowns.
Like this.
I've told you the attic clown
Yes, of
story.
course.
Yes,
so,
we have heard
you know,
the attic clown
Yeah, it's great.
So good.
Okay. This is going to sound bizarre and made up, but I swear on my left nipple that this happened, and there are several witnesses, even if I can't explain why someone would do this. I am fairly positive this isn't anything paranormal. I live quite a distance off the road in an unremarkable house on private property. My neighbors are all older family members who go to bed extremely early and whose children are already grown and out of the house. In summary, there are no mischief makers who play pranks on us here. A few months ago, my mother and I stayed up late one evening watching television together. Around 3 a.m., I turned the television off and decided to go to bed. As I was leaving the room, I began to hear what sounded like carnival music playing outside of my house in the front yard. It was loud and close. My mother heard it too and immediately went to the window to investigate. She couldn't see anything but darkness. Everyone else was either asleep for the night or away on vacation. The lights were off in all their houses, and none of them would be caught dead listening to anything but country music anyway. We were miles from the nearest city, so it wasn't the product of noise pollution. You can hear when a car has pulled up in the yard, but there was no sound of a car. The silence where we live is usually deafening. All you can hear is the ringing in your ears. Where did this song come from? Who was playing it, and why? I was very unsettled by the idea of a stranger in our yard playing carnival music, as such suggests malicious intent. My father and uncle later mentioned that 20 years ago, when my parents first moved in, the electrician had come to install a ceiling light and stopped in the middle of his work, saying he could hear Pink Floyd playing in the front yard. Neither my father nor uncle could hear it. My father is a bit hard of hearing and my uncle is much older, so they laughed it off and thought the man was insane, but the electrician was freaked out. He kept opening the door and trying to find the source of the noise to no avail. Then it hit me. The song I had heard that night was Pink Floyd's Cirrus Minor, the part that sounds like carnival music. I played the song for my mother and she began freaking out, saying, yes, that's what I heard. Who the hell sits in my yard at night at 3 a.m. in the middle of nowhere playing the same song, which isn't even a popular song, 20 years later with no car? Where did they come from? They would have had to walk several miles to get here. Aside from this, the only other strange thing we experienced that would suggest an intruder, we feel and hear knocking on the living room window late at night around the same hour, sometimes so intense that the entire wall of the house is rattled, and it sends the couch against it into a reclining position. There are no nearby trees to trap the glass, and no animal
What the fuck?
could possibly reach it. Fortunately, this has stopped over the last few weeks.
Hello? The whole recliner goes,
It's clearly a window on the wall. It's like, go around. There's a fucking door.
What the
What?
hell?
Also, the same song.
This is
20
weird
years
as
before.
shit.
Is it like a little thing in their attic that's playing music? I don't know.
That was like me with the tinkly clown music. And
Tinkly.
I'm not trying to always make it about me and clowns, but like, it does sound like something is left over and is weirdly
Yeah. Come on.
It's a hit clips.
If they're shaking, okay.
Well, hold on.
I'm
Well,
trying
we
to-
can
I'm trying
probably
to
just go over here
genuinely
now.
They look outside. It's fully dark. My best guess.
Yeah, okay.
Is
I
there's
was
maybe
distracted
some
doing
sort of,
stuff.
like record player or stereo or something in the attic. Because if they're shaking on.
Oh
the-
wait, is
on
it
the
not just
wall,
now becoming
knocking
nighttime?
At the same time.
Oh,
but
I was
that's not-
distracted.
I don't know if
Whatever.
it's like
We'll go to
What's shaking
Um,
on the
Billy.
wall?
They said there's like
Bob,
knocking on
whatever.
rocks, like
Same
up
thing.
on the second floor.
Okay.
On the second floor.
Wait, on the second. Oh, yeah, barely.
Oh, it's a tree. They said
They
no.
said there's no trees around.
Guys. Huh?
Maybe it's actually Pink Floyd.
Coming in, dark side of the moon, baby.
Yeah, we just doing a jam session
Yeah.
here.
What if it's like a bird that keeps freaking trying to get in?
Or a mothman.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Mothman.
or a Mothman.
Mothman rocking out.
God, that's such a
Okay, some comments. You seem very calm and level-headed. I'm not sure I would be in this situation. The knocking on the window is horrible alone, but add the music and it's downright spooky. OP responded, I seem calm, but I promise just revisiting this memory last night before I posted left me too afraid to sleep. It took a little while to calm down, LOL. Someone else said, I can relate to this. My husband and I used to rent a large old house in Burlington, Iowa. It was located on the bluffs of the Mississippi River, and there was a park across the street. We would often wake up at night and hear ballroom music. Also, we would lock the front door when we went to bed, and in the morning it would be unlocked and
This
always
is so
halfway
stupid.
opened.
Oh.
We stayed in that
Oh, wow,
house
so
one winter,
mysterious.
mainly
What's it
because
doing
when
up
the door
there?
Open, our gas bill was way too expensive. Nothing in the house was moved, stolen, or disturbed in any way. We did call the police when it first happened and was told Satanists held rituals in the park across the street, but the police only thought that was a rumor because they would drive by it periodically and never see anything. So we had our landlord change the locks and a deadbolt. It didn't work. The door was still open in the morning. OP responds, makes me feel like someone may have been living inside your walls/storage space. I've heard of this happening to several people before, including a famous musician. With it being a big old house and a history of cult activity close to it, it sounds very likely. They could have been opening the door from the inside, which is why changing the locks didn't make a difference.
Isn't that called frogging?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's called
I thought that's when
frogging.
you try to cross a busy street to get to a lily pad.
No, honey. It's called frogging. There's
Bro.
a scary movie with Helen Hunt in it. It's weird.
Um,
People go into your house and then they live there. And
I-
they just do it for the thrill of it.
I have heard one story of that happening, and it was like an old-timey thing where a guy was just like down on his luck and like snuck in through a tree, and like
Nope.
once the lady and the cops found out, it was literally like, okay, you can stay here till you get back on your feet, and it had like a happy ending, which I would never do personally.
No,
but
thank
yeah,
you.
very sweet of her.
Wait, so okay, so this person's house, there was a ghost who just wanted to like have a dance, and they kept coming in ballroom music. That's this story.
Yeah, I kind of like
Person
that one
should have
better.
written in their own thing.
I kind of that one's kind of cooler. Satanist cult across the street. Let's go with that one.
that's crazy. Update.
Enhance.
There's an
There's
update.
an update. Condensed for time. It is a long one. Okay.
Oh, this
Can I-
person.
Can I throw out a guess real quick?
Yeah, throw it a guess.
We're gonna have like a Hank Green situation where it's something weather related, where something gets a charge, like direct connection, because you can make a speaker with electricity without actually having to have a flow of electricity. It just has to vibrate in a specific way. So I'm wondering if
But
that
the
happens.
same song, Damien.
Well,
Well,
if
I
it's
mean,
like
whatever
a-
it is would be,
Yeah.
there, but
Tricky.
and then shaking of the window, weather pattern. I don't know. Hank Green.
Okay.
It was a
get in the
twister.
comments.
Okay. Weeks passed without incident, my parents opting to overlook these concerning happenings. They purchased a new gun and did little else. I had stopped.
Made of silver bullets.
Yeah.
Good luck with that ghost.
I shot the ghost 7 times and it didn't do anything. I had stopped worrying about it as much because I've been preoccupied with moving to a new state, but the old knocking returned this evening at 10 p.m. My parents were watching television together when they heard it. They turned on the porch light and peered out the peephole of the back door to investigate, but saw no one.
It's all
At
face.
3 a.m.,
Ugh.
I was awake watching television when it sounded as if someone forcefully punched the glass of the usual exposed window. I covered it with a blanket as I always do. An hour after I covered the window, I began to hear loud noises from our back door porch off of the kitchen, as if someone had stepped on it. However, it was briefly lived. They apparently weren't walking around, but simply standing there. About 10 minutes later, I heard yet more knocking, except this time it wasn't on the exposed living room window, but further down the wall the window is on, next to the couch. It was 3 knocks, forceful enough to rattle the wall a bit, but not so much the couch moved. This is more alarming because it suggests the trespasser lingers here for several hours at a time, posing many questions. Are we being watched for an opportunity to force entry? Hasn't the opportunity already arisen in the past and they never took it? Are we being stalked? Do they gather here to drink and get high on the property and then decide in their stupor it will be funny to antagonize us? Why is it only our house that is targeted and not the other houses on the farm? Why do they walk several miles to come here? Their behavior is escalating. Will they eventually take things further?
It's gonna turn out to be like a
And
cow.
we sat awake together until the sun rose to keep watch. We compiled a list of happenings here that suggests our trespasser visits more frequently than they knock. Despite no one in the family smoking and anyone who does smoke living too far away for us to smell it, we often deal with strong scent of a cigarette around windows or the front and back doors of the house. This happens at our bedroom windows with alarming regularity. Other times, it's strange cologne or a chemical stench, like a fresh perm. We of course remembered how my aunt's dogs bark intensely at odd hours of the night, like they do when a stranger visits, and the motion detecting yard light has previously come on when no one is home at my grandfather's. My mother and I are going to walk around the perimeter of the house in the morning to look for cigarette butts, and we'll try convincing my father we at least need security cameras outside. Even though I think we should involve the police at this point, he's been too indifferent to everything that has happened, and it makes it challenging to be proactive about our safety.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, so-
tell Papa to
Yeah.
get some frickin' security. Like, what are
They're-
we talking
They're
about?
so cheap now. Like any capitalism out, but like any Prime Day, it's just like 18 4K security cameras. It's free.
Cigarette butts.
Cheaper than a gun too.
Yeah, hello. Also, this person who's walking around, it sounds like their farm is very far away from anything.
Yeah.
Are they just living in the woods? At first, I thought it was an animal, and now they're cigarette butts. Like, but wait.
It's a
Do
monkey.
bears get perms?
Oh
'Cause
my
I've seen a
God.
bear smoke in Russia.
Yes.
Do they get
Yeah.
perms?
They
that's
do
the
get
question.
perms, and they also love Pink Floyd.
Knocking.
Okay, update number 2.
Yay!
Oh, it's a bear.
Despite all odds, the problem did resolve itself. Not long after I moved out, my grandfather, who lives in a separate house on the same farm, came home to find police cars in his driveway. An officer approached him and asked if he owned another house on the farm, as he needed to speak to the landlord about his tenants. The house in question is occupied by a late relative's widow who has a lifetime estate. My grandfather explained that the property is part of the farm, which is owned collectively by him and his daughters. Because of this, he was permitted knowledge of what happened there. The officer explained everything. Apparently, the widow, who is quite old and infirm, used the death of my relative as an excuse to move in her chronically unemployed family, among them her daughter, her son-in-law's brother, and her nephew. Because they don't own their own separate cars and we seldom visit the widow, she stinks and is generally unlikable, so we socially distance around her before the pandemic ever even began. This transition went undetected. Shortly before my grandfather had returned home that day, the police responded to a 911 call from the widow. All we were told is that the nephew was becoming violent. When the police arrived, they realized there was an outstanding warrant for his arrest. The nephew was hiding from the law at the widow's house. This is the reason his presence was concealed from us on the rare occasions that the widow was outside of her home and he spoke. He was removed from the home and arrested by the officers. Ever since then, there has been no strong chemical odor outside and no knocking on the window late at night. We suspect he was aware of this farm long before moving in, and it was his go-to spot for recreational drug use. The widow is around 80 years old and had her first child at approximately 13 with her first spouse, so her nephew is elderly himself and would have likely been doing drugs and playing his Pink Floyd music here. 21 years, too. We're thinking he would occasionally spend the night at the widow's house over the years and walk towards the fields near us. It makes sense that we never heard a car accompanying the knocking noises because he doesn't own a car, and the house is not far since it's a part of the farm. I apologize for updating you so late. I am satisfied with this explanation since there has been no repeat occurrences after his arrest.
Okay, let me get this straight. This frickin' nephew has been, I love that the widow has no name. This
Well,
frickin'
Stinky Beth.
nephew has been living with the widow for over 20 years?
Yeah,
Hiding from the law?
just there. And it sounds like he's like in his late 60s at this point, so he's like just.
And why is he knocking on?
Yeah, I was about to say if he's hiding, I have some notes.
I mean,
Yeah, if you're hiding, honey, no knocking.
Yeah, that's how you alert people to your presence.
Yeah, and
like
you-
I am here. I would like.
he sounds unwell and he's becoming violent.
Does he have a perm?
Must something or wearing crazy cologne. It sounds
Aqua Velva
This
is like a
is
friend.
terrifying.
he's an older dude who doesn't sound like he's healthy, but the knocking and stuff just sounds like this guy is unwell and like getting older and and just
This is upsetting.
erratic, crazy behavior. What I do find funny about the story, I believe it. I do find it funny that like they're talking about all this stuff. It's like, yeah, this crazy stuff is happening, and they didn't let us know like, oh, by the way, I have a family member who lives on the property a little that we don't talk to and is weird, and it's like. That's a big piece, like...
Yeah, they did make it pretty
Huge
specifically
piece.
like, yeah, there are other people around in different homes, but like, they're far. And it's
I'm
like,
like,
okay, they're close enough, I
Actually,
guess.
there is a relative nearby that we don't talk to and has family that we don't know about. It's like, no, I still think it's crazy. I wouldn't have expected this, even if
Scary.
they were like, oh, our widow lives on the property over on this other house.
It's kind of scary.
But it's
It is,
definitely...
for sure.
I don't want to live that far away from society. That's just me.
It is...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sketchy. It reminds me of when my brother and I were camping, and at 3 a.m. I started to hear noise right near our tent, and I heard like steps, and I got really freaked out. And then it was a bear, and so I was scared. I was definitely still scared, but I'm like, okay. And then it went to the truck because there was food inside of our truck. And I was like, okay, that's what it's after. But I was more scared for a second of like some guy is walking
It's
up.
way scarier than a bear.
Is walking
Isn't that
up. I was
crazy?
just like, okay, because a bear wants Doritos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that about a bear.
Yeah.
And
A man wants who knows what he wants.
don't know. And people just do weird things. for
Did he
weird
mess
reasons.
up your truck?
My brother's truck? He messed it up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ripped off the side view mirrors. He like
Aren't you supposed to put food up in the tall tree?
a park.
Yeah, Shane. Aren't you supposed
A park ranger did tell us to do that because a 500-pound black bear had been spotted the night before.
I was hoping
and
that the
my
little-
brother was like, don't worry, it's double sealed in my truck. No, bears have, I don't know if you know this, they have really good smell. And so
I do know this. I
it
do
was
know
like
this.
there's Doritos in that truck.
Bears smell good. I was hoping the bear would have a little park ranger hat and like unzip the tent. You're like, a bear, and he's like,
Forest
you guys be
fires.
careful out here. Here there's
Oh, you
ghouls."
better be careful. Oh, there's a bear around here.
But Yogi, what a bit.
But anyways, I was way less scared when it was a bear. Still very scared.
Yeah, I would not be living on that property. Just knowing, oh, that's the house with the widow. No
Yeah,
thanks.
the spooky widow no one
Who's-
talks to.
Did they say she was stinky?
They did say she was stinky. She
I think
smells
stinky
bad.
Which is
personality.
interesting because,
Oh.
oh,
The Legend of Stinky Beth.
She
Yeah.
did say stinky and unlikable, so a little bit of both.
stinky. Okay.
Anyways, well, some of these range from spooky to creepy to downright terrifying.
Yeah.
It was hard to find ghost and supernatural stories. It's hard to find ones that we know or think are real. There's a lot of good fictional ghost stories on Reddit, but
Those are gonna be the ones that I like sit up in bed thinking about.
yeah. I hope we all can sleep tonight.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know.
Oh, like a baby. Magnesium, melatonin is gonna be great.
God. Lucky you.
Well,
I'm kidding.
I hope that wasn't too terrifying. Thank you for watching. Props to you for sticking through this one. And let us know what other themes and subreddits, maybe some more optimistic ones, maybe some more like cheerful, wholesome ones next time. And we'll see you later. See you next Saturday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Part 2 of the honey investigation?
A year ago now, a YouTuber named Megalag dropped a video that was the culmination of an extended investigation that spanned the course of a very long period of time about a company who has worked very closely in the YouTube ecosystem for years, Honey, who was once the YouTube darling sponsor absolutely everywhere, more common than the cold, and never really had like a bad reputation, but Megalag, through a very extensive investigation, found some shocking, shady things that not a lot of people knew about. And I don't want to just regurgitate everything from that video. I'm sure you probably have already seen it because it was such a huge deal. Even outside of just the YouTube space, it was a really big thing. Because this is a multi-billion-dollar company that was engaging in some really underhanded tactics that really tiptoe on the line for what is and is not legal, many would argue, which is why they've been faced with so many civil lawsuits since. Now, I know one of them was recently dismissed, but from what I can tell, it's not fully dismissed. It's pending an amendment, from what I can tell. But even still, even if that one gets crumpled up and thrown in the wastebasket from fucking way downtown, that's one of many. There's a lot still out there cooked up and being pushed against PayPal Honey. It's like the scene in SpongeBob when the anchovies charge the Krusty Krab. There is so many civil lawsuits here because a ton of people feel like they have been wronged, misled, and even in certain cases scammed by PayPal Honey. Megalag came from the top turnbuckle and delivered a biblical smackdown with a lot of really convincing evidence, and just released his part 2, the follow-up, which goes even deeper and exposes even more, and also starts talking about it from the small businesses that are being affected and a lot of things that are just being outright lied about by PayPal Honey, allegedly here. It's fascinating, and PayPal Honey has cease and desisted Megalag, claiming a bit of horseradish, I would say, trying to silence him because these are really damning things. The evidence is very, very strong. I highly recommend you check out the entire video from Megalag here. Of course, I'll link it in the description. I'm only going to cover a small portion of this because I really think you need to watch the entire thing. I think you need to see how the sausage is made here, but I will cover a couple of core components. But just as a little refresher, if you don't remember some of the things PayPal Honey is accused of, one of the big things outside of, like, obviously consumers not exactly getting what they thought they were out of Honey is the affiliate poaching. So creators that worked with Honey that would have their own special deals to promote to their audience, the audience would then use those codes on the website, but Honey had some protocol that would occasionally perhaps poach that sale and take the commission that was supposed to go to the creator, and they would take the lion's share. There were a lot of cases that Megalag was able to point to, and even in his follow-up video shows even stronger evidence for, of how this actually functions, where it seems to be a core component of Honey itself, where it will overwrite your cookie, it will inject itself, and it is looking to make that commission in a lot of cases. It's very scummy shit. And I know after the first video he dropped, a lot of people's response was, who gives a fuck? The creators can suck my dick, and my heart doesn't break for these businesses. They can go eat dirt. Okay, that's your prerogative. I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not gonna come in there with the belt and make you change your mind or whatever. That's fine. But in this second part of the video, you can hear from a business how that actually fucks you as a consumer.
A few hours ago, PayPal's lawyer sent me a cease and desist letter and requested Patreon take down my video under a copyright infringement claim. I consider this a direct attack against my fundamental rights as an independent journalist. PayPal has specifically taken issue with the fact that an anonymous source discovered Honey had left their source code exposed within their iOS app, which, if you know where to look, is publicly accessible. This anonymous source found the code and sent it to me. I reviewed the code for security research purposes, which is a protected act, and I only published relevant sections of the code that provide important context to the story, which I consider within the realm of public interest.
I haven't seen the unredacted video here where the source code was, like, more talked about, where he had these video components that showed, I suppose, sections of that when it was relevant. But it seems like it was more so a convenient excuse for PayPal to get the video taken down from his Patreon, and in order to get around that for the YouTube video, he just took the entire section out. Again, I haven't seen with my own peepers here what it looked like in all its glory with the full makeup on, where, you know, the source code section was intact. But just based off of, like, the small bits, apparently it wasn't even that long, it feels like it's a pretty flimsy thing for PayPal to try and, like, strike it down for. I imagine it's more so to, like, hide even further proof for some of the things that you're about to learn about in the rest of the video. I never like when companies do something like this. Of course, there is, like, copyright protections, and in certain cases it makes sense to do so. I can't really see a strong justification for their action here on the cease and desist. It doesn't really pass the smell test for me here, especially considering it seems like he was very reserved with what was displayed from the source code based on how he speaks about it, but again, I can't say for 100% certain. I just find it hard to believe that PayPal Honey was acting in good faith with the cease and desist. That seems like they're trying to hush him up a bit.
Why? Well, you see, besides lying to consumers and stealing from influencers, Honey was also causing serious harm to small businesses. So much so that I believe brands have likely suffered millions of dollars in damages. But that's not all. In this video, you're also going to learn how Honey was collecting and sharing your data, and how they, in my opinion, illegally targeted minors through influencers such as Mr. Beast. Strong accusations, I know, but I have the receipts.
And the receipts are pretty convincing. So those are like the main components of this new video. This is an hour-long video almost. It goes deep here. This shit is deeper than my pussy. It is a very thorough look at all of it.
Why did
I
you
know
say
for
that?
the first
Why?
video, people had a lot of questions.
Hello?
I feel like here he sheds even more light on it through an even deeper analysis of Honey itself and the way in which it functions. It's not just him working alone. He had people help him with like getting a lot of the data so it can be viewed more easily and more accessible, so that way he doesn't have to make any like leaping conclusions or anything. He doesn't have to just like start trying to fill in the blanks off of, you know, just fucking hunch, like intuition. He's able to look at these things much closer in order to draw a much stronger you know, analysis from it. It really is quite the deep dive, and like I said, I don't want to like show just a ton of his video. I would really like you to go watch it yourself, because I think it is eye-opening stuff. I want to focus on just a couple of things here that I know a lot of people debated after the first video about like, well, why should anyone that's not a creator or a fucking business owner care? Who gives a shit? Call the wambulance. I think that one of the business owners that Megalag had in this video giving his piece explains why this is a big deal, why it is bad for not only the small businesses that are not consenting to working with Honey, that are kind of just being forced to without even their knowledge sometimes, why it's bad for them with receipts and email exchange with PayPal Honey directly, why it has been a nightmare for them, and why it is also bad for you. You also get the business end of this penis. Even if you're not a Honey user, if you're watching this, be like, well, I don't care, I don't use Honey anyway, well, it still affects you. And it's a very simple reason how and why.
In fact, Made and Cookware CEO Chip perfectly summed up the devastating impact Honey's actions can have on a small business.
When you're in the early stages of building a business, you're in the stage of, will this company work? Is their product market fit? How do I scale this thing? Can the economics work, right? And so all the things we talked about, these discount codes, the kind of removal of attribution and filling margin, like those really affect the early stages of a company, from everything from where I put the next dollar in to make sure I can survive, down to you're taking 10, 15, 20% of my sales without me wanting it. And we have digital marketing costs, we have shipping costs, we have all these stacks of costs that not only are getting more inflated over time, like FedEx has been raising their rates over time, warehousing costs have gone up, COGS have gone up, as you know, through inflation for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Like all the cost structures have been going up, and to have someone just stealing and compressing the actual revenue you want, like puts small businesses in a real squeeze. And it's just really disappointing, and like it doesn't even work, because at the end of the day, like you need to make the numbers work, and if Honey is going to steal 10% of your revenue all the time, you're gonna have to raise prices at the end of the day to make up for that, right? And so it's not only not effective, but it makes it worse for the consumer, it compresses for the small business owner and margin. And it's just like a really awful business model. Like we've been so mad at them.
That is a great explanation from him. I think that's very valuable.
Hello and welcome to Reddit Stories.
Let me go to the VC here. Hola! I'll start streaming for the Reddit Stories.
I'm Shane, and today's theme, plot.
How are you doing on this holiday night? I was gonna say Christmas night. I don't know what the right wording would be. I need to go buy a fucking shit ton of trucks, but I'll do that later, I guess. Anyway. Excellence Night, I think they already went off.
Plot twist.
Awesome.
That's right. You're not going to see what's going to happen next. You're going to have no idea. You're going to be blindsided over and over again in this episode. And I'm joined by two people who have no idea what's about to happen next. Angela and Trevor.
What? Wait, what's going on?
What if I just like...
Awesome.
Just never know.
I was thinking about the joke of like, oh, actually, we're heading over. We're going to do Board AF. Plot twist.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be...
Later, Flame Wall? Okay. I have no idea what that is.
Not in a bad way,
Is
like I don't
still.
want to be here. Like in a way that is like that Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It would have. If you committed to it, it would have been like, whoa.
It's
Yeah.
like how they say, when you make plans, God laughs.
That's so true.
I don't think I've heard anyone say that until just now.
I have.
All right.
Yep.
A lot of
Plot
people have heard-
twist.
Well, I do think it's really funny. I don't think people realize with this show, like, we just got done playing Uno a second ago. Like,
Okay, I've watched this one. Hold on. Give me a new one. Dude, YouTube for some reason won't remember what I've watched and haven't watched. Like, it forgets after like 10 videos. And it's pissing me off. Auto delete? Don't auto delete activity. Yeah, yes please. Thank you. Next. No activity will be deleted. Thank you. Stupid dumbass. Okay. And then saving your YouTube history. Okay. Anyway,
like we go from doing the
I don't like rewatching stuff. Especially whenever I'm doing like videos where I'm like having stuff in the background. It's like I can't listen to the same video in the background on streams over and over again. That's kind of dumb. I don't need sleep, I need answers. I don't know. I seen a video, it was titled "You Need Sleep." I'll watch that at some point. Come on, give me Reddit stories, man. What the fuck are you doing, YouTube? There we go.
I'm Shane, and we are back with more wild Reddit stories that I cannot believe are real. And today, the theme is TV, movies, media consumption. And we have a special guest here who knows a thing or two about TV shows.
I'll just throw a coin. Yeah, do that.
Quentin Review.
Tales for Zen.
Thank you for being here. We also have Damien, who, like me, was on a TV show once.
And I've watched a lot of Quentin Reviews content, so I feel like
Ha!
I know all TV now.
I was on a TV show once. Touch.0 stole one of my videos.
Whoa!
Forget the Reddit thing.
The
Let's talk
tea
about
has
this.
begun.
I'm on Paramount Plus. Check me out.
Holy crap!
I think it's season 9, episode 5.
There it is.
You're that Quentin Reviews?
Oh my gosh, now I know. Quentin, I have watched several of your videos, which means I've watched dozens of hours of your content. And you do breakdowns of entire Nickelodeon shows and other things as well, correct?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a really good time. I have a really good time with it. Yeah, I really enjoy analyzing pop culture and trying to figure out kind of like, you know, the context and the impression it left, and you know, the ways things have aged well or aged badly. And I have a really good time. And I'm once again, I'm really happy to be here because I love the brand.
Yeah. We have found out in talking before filming this that you know more about some Smosh lore than we do.
Oh yeah. Because I was, you know, well, I guess this isn't on camera, but over there's like a shelf of Smosh memorabilia, and I was like pointing to stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a miniature version of the barbershop pole. That's a deep cut, you know?
And we were like, yeah, that.
It also speaks to your content that, like, I did not grow up watching the live-action Disney and Nick shows. Like, specifically, I avoided them. I was like, oh man, no Fairly Odd Parents, this thing's on. And, like, I have watched all of your videos. I'm just like, yeah, I'll watch 6 hours on a topic I haven't seen. So, like, you're really good at, like, making it matter, even when it wouldn't otherwise to me.
You made me care about Victorious.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's hop into these. Here we go. Our first one is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for pretending a movie trilogy is a TV series to my girlfriend who hates movies?
This? Oh, let me see.
So, my girlfriend hates movies for some reason, but really loves to binge TV shows like crazy.
Damn!
She's a big fan of sci-fi and even time travel, like Doctor Who, for example. Big fan. However, apparently
Holy
she
shit,
never
that's
heard
insane.
of Back to the Future. I've tried to watch Looper with her, but she immediately dismissed it because it's a movie. So since I'm a big fan of Back to the Future, I told her it's a TV series when it
That's
came up.
crazy.
I've got the trilogy
Good lord, man.
digitally and spent all night trimming it down to like 40-minute snippets with reasonable points to cut at, like just after the first travel back. I overlaid to be continued and added the credits at the end. She's used to Netflix skipping the intro to shows, so I didn't have to bother with that. The credits were cut short as well. We binged the entire thing in a day, and she absolutely loved it. Although she complained about some of the episode ends because they felt off. Yeah, I wonder why. Anyways, I told her afterward why it felt off, because it's actually 3 movies and not a TV show. But I'm glad she liked it regardless. She wasn't having it. After calling me a liar and asshole for betraying her like that, she stormed off to go home instead of staying the night as was planned. I mean, yeah, I kind of did lie to her, sure, but personally, I really don't see it that bad. So, am I the asshole?
There's only one solution to this, which is that you both have to sit down and watch Back to the Future, the animated series, which is a TV show, and you can binge, and that'll work it out. Now it was prep work to watch a TV show. There you go.
Yeah, and I knew about that. So, what initial takes on this? Is he an asshole for doing that?
It's weird because it is slightly manipulative, but it's also like a weirdly loving thing to do. Like it's a weird act of love. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like the vibes are bad that he tricked his partner. But I mean, to go through and make an edit of the film, and you know,
I think he's 50% of the way there. Like, lying is not great. Tricking someone isn't great. Like, that is manipulative, like you were saying. I think if he said, hey, this series is really important to me. I know you don't like movies. I went through and cut it down to TV length stuff. I even added credits. That would just be like can you believe what my partner did just to share a fun thing with me? Yeah. As opposed to like, surprise, I know you hate broccoli, but this whole meal that you've loved was all broccoli.
Yeah.
I tricked you.
I tricked you with broccoli. Mwahaha. Now eat the green stuff and shut up.
I feel like, yeah, he could have maybe just...
What a villain.
The context.
It's wild for me to imagine somebody who's like... Because these days it feels like some TV shows, and even some old TV shows, are just like long movies.
Yeah.
So it's just funny to imagine someone that's like, I don't want to watch this movie. It's too long. I don't like the pacing. I'm going to watch this 8-hour movie cut into segments. I don't want to watch Back to the Future. I'm going to watch The Power of Kroll. And...
That's kind of me, though. Like, I don't have an issue with her being like, I'm not a big fan of movies, I'll watch just like a bunch of smaller things. Because even if you sit down and binge it, for some reason it does feel different. Like, you get cohesive stories in 1-hour blocks. I don't know
but
why
it's just
I'm
weird.
that way,
It's
but
just,
I am.
this one's weird because so close to being a genius move.
Yeah.
Because Back to the Future is like, it's like a bingeable TV show. So you pick the right film series, you know. So if you had just been like, hey, you know, this film series is like you can watch all of them in a row, and it's like you're binging a TV show that is good but gets slightly worse, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I'm also curious about their like method of streaming. Like, unless he pirates stuff and they have their own app that they use, like, he would have probably had to have gone in and done the like Netflix stuff too.
Yeah,
and be
in
like,
my head,
next episode.
In my head, it's a video file in a playlist, and he edits in the next skip credits button.
Because he
and
does say that, like, yeah.
And he's got like a remote control and like or something like to control the play the next file thing, and then skip the credits. And then
Yeah, at no point did she question this. Like, she's sitting there watching this weird situation. Also, though, how do you not know of Back to the Future?
Have you never heard of Back to the Future?
That is impressive to me to have never heard of it.
I mean, that'd be like,
it feels like so iconic and quintessential to like.
Quintessential, yeah.
Hey. You can use that for your show.
Quintessential.
I feel like that's the kind of thing, though, that like every once in a while there just is something big societally that you just miss. Like, someone will just not have heard of something, or like, you know, there's no Universal ride for it anymore. We don't have the animated series. Like, if we don't know how old these people are. Like, if they're younger.
Like, I'm not really shocked when like a kid today hasn't seen Indiana Jones or something.
Yeah.
Not seeing
but
it.
The weird thing is just like the idea of having never heard of the film Back to the Future and not being like, wait, so why is this a TV show? You know?
Yeah.
But they could have also heard the name of Back to the Future and then have, you know, if their partner's already lying to them, it's like, oh no, it's actually a small series, and they're like, oh, I thought it was a movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're going off the assumption that they live in America.
Yeah, and we're also I feel like we're all very pop culture oriented. You know, some people are just like, you know, they're not pop culture heads.
Sure,
that's true. And my family's like a movie family. Like, we love movies in my family, so it was hard to.
I feel like I do kind of believe that somebody who's like, you know, somebody who's like saw Breaking Bad and like Game of Thrones, and those were like their earliest pop culture experiences, they could end up knowing nothing about movies.
That's fair. I don't think he's necessarily the asshole. I think it's a lot of work where I'm like, maybe you should just communicate some stuff. Because I think a big thing here is, if someone's like, oh, I don't watch movies and I don't want to watch movies, that's something to consider of like shared interest there. Of like, do you want to be with this person? Like, is that a big enough?
That's what it is. Because there's a level of like, hey, we don't like the same stuff, but like maybe you'll put up with it because like I really think you'll like this. If you're going to this amount of work to be like, this is how I'm gonna sneak this in here, you already know that that's like a non-starter for them. It's like, given the option, they would 100% veto this. We're not doing this thing.
I think you were on the mark about the broccoli metaphor.
Yeah.
It is like getting someone macaroni and then they eat it and then you're like, there's broccoli in it.
Yeah. Guess what you just ate?
Got you.
Never ends up good.
So the overall verdict was not the asshole. However, we have a bunch of comments here, and we had mixed replies.
Yeah, asshole's a heavy.
So someone said, you're the asshole. You didn't kinda lie. You did lie. Maybe this is the conversation you should have had with her. I would like for you to watch my favorite movie with me. I understand you aren't a fan of a movie format. What if I took them and cut them up so they are the length of a TV show? Would you be willing to try to watch it then? Some are overly drawn out, and that is why some people prefer television instead. She is probably now thinking, if you lied about this, what other lies have there been? OP responded to that, saying, you were right, I did lie to her, fair enough. I'd like to believe the trust we have in each other is strong enough that she
If you genuinely think that your relationship is so perfect, like, oh, they never lie to me.
Failed to lie right after it was done.
No.
Also, we
no.
play pranks on each other all the time, which are also
It's where they're lying. If they're lying to be a good person to you, then that's a good thing.
It's a hard one.
Everyone is a really
Or a better thing. I would say good thing. I'd say fair.
Friends can be like, I open up the strawberry ice cream and the chocolate inside. Oh,
I don't know.
there's
Whatever.
the lids. But like modern day
I'm
YouTube
so
pranks is
tired.
Like, I robbed a guy in a park and it was a prank.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. That one was to me just a lie, and I'm glad he acknowledges it. He's like, you're right, I did lie.
But man, what a bad way to experience Back to the Future for the first time.
Yeah.
I really love what we saw there. Let's go to couples therapy. I'm watching Back to the Future.
Now she's really gonna hate Back to the Future. Someone else said, you're the asshole tricking your girlfriend isn't cool, bro. Maybe just accept she doesn't like movies or date someone else if it's a deal breaker. Someone else asked, but did you ever ask her why she hates movies? OP did not respond to that. Someone said, I'd be flattered if someone went through the trouble of episodizing a movie they think I'd love because they know what my attention span is like, LOL. That's a lot of work. I guess I could see why she'd feel like you lied to her, but I don't really understand her reaction. It would feel more like a good-natured prank to me. OP responded, yeah, I don't understand the reaction either. It was definitely good-natured, but I guess she really did take it the wrong way, in a way I didn't think about. Someone responded to that comment saying, I would have felt rather foolish at her place and might believe you were making fun of me. Not like the movies is something I can't imagine, so I can't say much. OP responded to that saying, yeah, I thought of something like this myself, but besides calling me a lying asshole that betrayed her, she hasn't said anything. It's been a few hours since, and I apologize for tricking her, but she's left me on red. Damn!
Okay, so this, I'm like, because I feel like I hate it when people start these threads just to be like, hey, this thing just happened. You tell me I'm right.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. There's something to be said about like how quickly after a confrontation they go to Reddit, and it's like, oh, it's only been a couple hours, and you're immediately going to the internet and telling this story.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes it's more comforting to be like, my faith in humanity relies on the fact that this is fake.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, that's.
Well, not in this case, but like in other cases where it's like really dramatic, and I go to something where it's like, we didn't need to post this on Reddit.
Right.
Oh my god.
I think to your point, like the fact that he did take ownership. He's like, you're right, I shouldn't have lied. It was a lie, and then but then he still
2:35.
justified
Okay,
it.
we're
The
getting
next one was
closer to
like,
3
I
a.m.
was really crappy about that. You know, have you ever asked her why? And he's like, he didn't respond. It's like,
Well,
okay,
just
so he's just.
those last. I feel like the last one was really just telling him, like the message was just telling him, like, yeah, I guess I made a misstep. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, we're trying to be helpful. And then the comment after that had this. Telling him,
Yeah,
like, I
I'm
don't know what's being
the game that I'm playing right now updates at 3 a.m. In short, there's a thing in this game that if you open it, it spawns this other thing that has like a number on it, right? And the number goes up every time somebody opens it. So if you're one of the first ones that opens it, you have a lower number. So like it's really rare to have the number 1 or 5 or 10. It gets like progressively less rare, and I make it a little tradition to try and like open it or first or early, and it opens at 3 a.m. supposedly. I don't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure that's the right time, and looking it up that also verifies it, but I'm not entirely for sure. All I know is they're not openable yet, and
She apologized for overreacting.
they're gonna open at 3 a.m. So yeah.
Good intentions, even if they were selfish. She wants more communication in the future, though. Didn't lose trust in me. Doesn't think I'm having malicious intent.
Crazy, oh my god.
Okay, now
I think bloopers will
but there's an important question that hasn't been answered, which is, did she like the show?
She loved it. No,
She liked the show.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, we binged the entire thing in a day, and she absolutely loved it.
Okay, so
She
now
did love that.
now is a great time to get into the
Okay.
Hey, Quentin, it's always a good time to get back to the anime.
You
series.
bet.
Now, here's my thing. In my head canon right now, when they're meeting over lunch, I'd like to think it's at a nice restaurant, but it's
Yeah,
not
that's
a
fair.
nice restaurant. It's microwave and stuff, and his friends are all playing the waiters. And
That's right.
Yeah, mustaches. So he's like, I'm gonna have to wait to tell her about this one. He's like, as soon as we get back from our trip to the beach, and he's got like blowing up people's.
Truman showing her. Wait, that's so funny. There's another show we need to watch. What's the Truman Show?
Oh my god. That's what his accent
Hold on, I just got a chat message in freaking Twitch. Crazy. W 5 hours. Have I been streaming for 5 hours? Oh my god, I have been. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I've been playing Lumber Tycoon and other games with my friends all afternoon. Oh my god. I'm gonna be ending at like probably 3:10 to be honest. But yeah. I hope your day is going well, person in chat. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, yeah, all that stuff. Good lord. I am a tired, sweaty mess right now. My room is hot. It is supposed to be wintertime, but I live in Missouri, And it's not. It's winter time, but it's not winter time. And so, I am melting. I am tired. It's exhausting. It should be freezing, but it's not. Yeah, I know. It's literally the middle of winter. It's so hot. My window was wide open earlier, and nothing. Just no cold air. My heater is on, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know how it's getting so hot. Like, okay, not being cold is one thing, but like, it feels like an oven. Like it's like getting more and more stuffy, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god.
Like, hey! And he's like, you've been living in a simulation I make for you.
I'm actually an actor. My name is Steve.
Yeah. When I was cast to play your boyfriend, I remember I was asked.
We're off to a good start.
That's pretty good.
Here's our next story. Am I the asshole for wanting to eat in front of the TV?
Yes.
Whoa, okay. I, a 26-year-old man, have been with my girlfriend, a 25-year-old woman, for 3 years. Whoa. I love
God forbid you do that, right? Fucking wanting some entertainment? That's crazy. Good lord.
And I was excited to settle down and have kids with her. We've both talked about getting married and having kids, but I hadn't really thought about proposing yet. I came home the other night and she had my favorite meal. Roast beef, roast potatoes, all of it. I sat down, said, "This looks terrific, honey," and began to eat. I picked up my phone and looked at the time. I remembered that there was a football game on, so I said I'm gonna eat in the living room. I picked up my plate and went into the living room. She followed after me, looking upset. I asked what's wrong, and she burst into tears saying that she worked hard to make a romantic meal, and all I care about is football. I jokingly said, "You can't have worked that hard, otherwise you wouldn't have overcooked the beef."
Oh god. Oh god, this guy's asking to be murdered. This guy's asking to be stabbed. What? Dude, that's insane. Okay, I was... No, dude, I was with him up until that point. Like, okay, okay, so she had expectations. You didn't know them. You wanted to do something. It upset her. All that's fine. Up until that point, all that's fine. It makes sense. It sucks. Life isn't perfect for anybody. Okay. The second you said that, sir, you already know she's upset. You already know she's bothered by this. Why would you say that, you fucking dumbass? Dude, that's crazy. Oh my god. Dude, I could never have somebody cook for me and then be a dick about it.
Oh god.
There's a phrase, don't bite the hand that feeds you, and it's like, dude, I believe in that full-heartedly. Why would you? That's insane.
And then I didn't communicate well. And then it's like, oh.
She swore at me, then ran out of the house. I was so confused.
Okay, what time is it?
I didn't know what I had done. I then got a
2:42,
call from my mother,
okay.
who, to my surprise, started screaming at me. She told me that my girlfriend had come to her to find out my favorite meal and my favorite songs to make a special playlist. My girlfriend had done all of this because she was planning on proposing to me that night. I was completely shocked.
Oh
I
my
felt like such a
god.
idiot, and I don't know how to fix this. My girlfriend is
What a loser. Now you have to live with that forever. Fucking dumbass.
I know she's not going to look at me the same after I ruined her proposal. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I feel like
He
if
now he
you
doesn't
were
deserve
with
to
a
be
partner
proposed to in a
and
discussion.
it's like
Just
you
screw
get
him.
food, it's set up,
Loser.
your favorite meal and you're eating it, and then you're like, oh, the game's on. And she's like, oh, hey, I'm a little upset. I wanted to have a romantic dinner. You know, just TiVo it or something, and then go have your like, you know.
Yeah, it's a matter of like, okay. The first instinct is like, first of all, recognize that something different is happening. You know, be appreciative of your partner. Great, but we all make missteps. Maybe we have a long day. It's the thing of like, oh, I was looking forward to this. It's not the craziest thing in the world to be like, hey, I want to go eat in front of the TV. It's the doubling down afterwards where she's like, hey, I actually worked really hard on this. And he's just like, well, actually, you're stupid and ugly, and I hate this food. Like, maybe that's, you know, so the title, no, maybe not, but like, yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, it's definitely like that's my take. You kind of stumbled there and fell down the cliff.
Yeah. I like how he wrote, I jokingly said you can't have worked that hard, otherwise you wouldn't have overcooked the beef. It's like, you jokingly completely
This
dissed
is like a
her.
sitcom from the 50s.
Yeah.
Like, my wife overcooked the roast, and I want to watch the game. It was a
truly is.
joke.
Except
Bruh.
they're not married. And they
Yeah.
probably never will be.
I don't think they ever will be.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think the verdict is pretty clear here. It was.
But what is the? Was he getting home from work or something?
Yeah, I came home the other. I came home the other night, and she had made my favorite meal.
If
I sat down.
if it turned out this guy works like 12-hour shifts, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like you were probably exhausted. You are the asshole, but it's probably like a chemical thing, you know. But it's just like it's not good.
Yeah, when you're low on electrolytes, your body needs the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You gotta watch.
I need football. Some comments here. You're the asshole. Thanks for making me food, hun. Now I'm just gonna leave you, take the food, and watch TV. See ya. Someone responded to that. Don't forget the part where he told her that her food was overcooked. Someone else said, everyone sucks here. First, there's nothing wrong with eating dinner while watching TV. Plus, you had no idea that she was proposing to you for some odd reason. You did insult her cooking, which was mean, since she obviously took the time to cook your favorite meal. Not cool. Dude, you gotta man up here. If your girlfriend is that desperate that she wants to propose to you, then you are obviously doing something wrong. Why haven't you proposed to her yet? Are you that afraid of commitment? 3 years of dating with no proposal from you in sight? Were you waiting for your girlfriend to propose to you? You're living together. Why haven't you tied the knot already? There is a lot of wrong with you in this entire story. That has
Yeah, okay, so
531 down votes.
About the time that you got like a quarter of the way through, I was like, this person's mad that the woman is proposing.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
When he said, bro, you gotta man up, I was like, two boy things.
No, what caught me, I knew at the moment they said, your girlfriend is proposing to you for some reason. To personally, I've always thought it'd be very nice to be proposed to as a man. I would love to.
No, just everybody wants to be proposed to in general. It's not.
Wow,
It.
here we go.
Shut up.
None of this is being filmed.
Fucking. Oh my god, the girl's proposing to you. Oh, what a loser. Yeah, whatever.
I think the point that person brings
Dude,
up
he came home to a freaking fancy dinner and then fucking was told, hey, I want you forever. Like, who doesn't want that, man? Go fuck yourself. What a loser.
Nothing wrong with the girlfriend proposing. In fact, I think that's wonderful. You know, having that meal prepared, I think that's a really cool and special thing. I do think communication could have been a little bit better of just like hey honey, I kind of was hoping we'd have some dinner here with your special, you know, maybe a little like,
Yeah, I do think it's definitely, there is a point to be made that like, if we're believing the narrator here, which obviously the narrator could
unreliable as fuck.
be unreliable, very likely unreliable, but if her response was actually to be angry instead of like nudging, then the tennis ball is gonna bounce back and forth, you know. So if you say like, hey honey, I really want to have a romantic dinner tonight, if it was that's fine. But if it was like, you're the worst, can't you be? I wanted to, and then you want to bounce back to the same.
All right, how are we doing?
So it's
Time
one
is
of those
it?
things of communication.
2:47. Okay.
Like,
All right.
nerves are like up.
Everyone on video?
Yeah,
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Someone's leaving, he's probably like, why are you,
We're just
why
gonna
are you
stare
leaving?
at this
Sorry,
present
why-
until it's
why-
fucking
why are you-
She
openable.
probably envisioned this all day too. She's really.
Oh
probably-
yeah, you're right. I bet she was up longer than him.
OP responded to that comment, saying, "Me and my girlfriend have had many conversations about how it's strange that it's always the man." who
Best
proposed.
content ever.
We
Yeah,
both
exactly.
moved in 3 months ago. I was planning on proposing.
It's
in the
literally like
future as well. And a
freaking
630
the Patrick
downvotes.
poking a
I
rock
said he
meme.
wasn't heavy.
Do something.
I do have a hot take. I think you should make it to a year living together, but
I agree.
because I think it's such an important part of the process.
Oh,
figuring
the
out
bread
who-
falling? Oh my god.
I think people who get married before living together are.
Oh, that's so real.
I think it is good because I've often said I think it's like the little things that add up. It's like, how do you organize your cupboards? Like, is that make or break for you? Like, it's like those little things of like, how do you live day to day? People think like they need to relate on the big stuff, and I'm like, I think you can.
Dude,
not
I've
be the
never
same
gotten
in
a
huge
sub
ways,
100,
but
I don't
if
think.
you're both like,
I've
you're
always
routinely
gotten
working
like
together, if, like, the small things work
100,
together.
200, 300s, 400s.
But some
Like
of the
it's
fun
really
that
it's
what
really
Elise said is
difficult
that,
because there's like a
you
lot of
have
people
to
doing
be-
this right now.
It's good that you showed her what her future with you
Like
will look like.
economically wise in this game, they sell whenever they're a low number for like so much money. I'm sure people actually pay Robux, like actual genuine money for stuff like this, because like they care about the game so much.
Pay attention to your
It's
partner.
crazy.
Yeah, I think I do agree that moving in together, I personally think moving in together before getting married is huge. But I also think if you're 3 years into a relationship,
No,
and
it's
you're
not.
moving
What
together,
the hell does that
I
mean? Sir,
say
shut up,
really-
shut up, shut up. What? No, okay, moving in together is like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Hold on. That's not absurd. Like, yeah, no, I've heard so many stories, like, of people, whenever they first buy a house, the second they walk in, the boyfriend has, like, a big surprise of, like, proposing whenever they walk in, and it's, like, a big thing, like, oh, okay, they're now getting their first house, or their, like, first actual house together, and now they're gonna be having to worry about their wedding. It's, like, so this bad, magical moment. Like, no, this is dumb. That's stupid. Dumb
talked
take.
about their future, I think they need to talk more about it. They need to really be like a little bit more in sync, because it should also. I think there's this idea of like, oh, proposal should be like a super surprise. I'm like, I don't think there should be a surprise.
Come on, Breadfall.
I think it should be like, when do we want to get married?
I
We
have
wanna
10
get
minutes to
married
wait.
by next summer, right? Like, or in 2 years or 3 years. What's our timeline looking like? So the proposal is always going to be a surprise because you don't know exactly what day.
Yeah.
But you should both pretty much know it's going to be happening.
And I think to that end too, when you talk about living with a partner, it's not just for like, and this is a big part, like organizing the cupboards and stuff, but it's not just the logistical things day to day. It's learning how your patterns work with each other. Because like, sometimes when you're spending time with a partner and you're like, this is great, I wish we could do this all the time. It's awesome, but you still need to recharge and grow and like exist as an individual. So you either need space to do that, or time to do that, or both. So like, had they been living together more than 3 months, you know, it might have been a different night that was chosen of like, oh, after X hour shift, or like this time, like they generally like to watch the game. Like, still, 100%, the guy is an asshole, like hands down. But like, it just goes to show that there's more to learn with each other.
And in those 3 months, like a tough thing about moving in with someone is like, oh, our routines have to change.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, you like to go watch the game, but maybe tonight you should. Yeah. Maybe tonight you need to pay attention to your partner.
Yeah.
And gauge what they want from you.
Just check the scores while they're proposing. Look down at your phone and be like,
Oh my god. Bruh.
We have an update.
oh shit. They're both dead.
They're both dead? Jesus Christ, dude.
Even though I have been heavily criticized in the comments, I'm still grateful for all of the tips. My girlfriend sent me a text the night I sent this saying she was going to pick up her stuff at 7 the next day. I decided I was going to try to make it up to her, so I got loads of red roses and scattered them around, lit about 40 candles, cooked her favorite meal, got her a very nice ring, wrote a speech, and smashed the TV. I told her that I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Whoa, what'd the TV do? What'd the TV do? What the hell? God damn. I mean, I get it, but God. Jesus. I'm trying in my mind to think of a better way that you're not wasting like $1,000 of money. Because, like, that could have been money that would... You're going to get a new TV. That could have been money going to the wedding. If you use your brain a little bit, you dumbass.
To Dick for insulting her meal. I read my speech and proposed, and she told me she needs some time to think. I know right now that if she breaks up with me, at least I tried to resolve it. And I know
No, I'm
that
too
it's not
nervous. I don't want
possible
to
in my
bother here.
relationship. And there were no more updates and no more posts.
Eddie goes, also I smashed the TV. She's like, you smashed the TV? What? To show you my love, I smashed the TV with a big...
It's December. Black Friday doesn't roll around for a year.
What's the bigger red flag? Like him going and watching football or him smashing the TV to make it up? Our research shows that this is a couple in the UK, but in the comments, let us know, is smash the TV maybe some form of slang for not breaking your TV?
Smash the TV, a euphemism for apologizing for your
I smashed the TV, which is I turned off the telly.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I turned off the
Give
telly.
people benefit of the doubt when we can.
I think he smashed
What
the
do
TV.
you think smash the TV could possibly mean as a slang? To me, it sounds very much like I'm gonna generalize, but there's a lot of men who are not emotionally super great and not emotionally healthy. This kind of guy that would maybe completely miss that he's about to be proposed to. Even if he says something like, it's fine that my girlfriend's proposing, like there are a few things here and there that, maybe he's cool about, but otherwise it might be like he's a bro. So the fact that he's just like, I know what I'll do. I'll buy a bunch of stuff. Like I bought a bunch of roses.
So
like, we don't know that's her favorite.
I'm processing a lot of information. And initially, I think smashing the TV makes me think he's definitely the asshole. And now that I'm remembering that he's British, I definitely think he's the asshole.
Oh my god.
Because I was imagining just like a really dumb frat guy, like, but he's stupid. But now that I'm here, I'm imagining all this with a British accent is like, imagining it being like, everything that's happened from a British accent, I think makes it worse.
Calling me.
I will say though, him being British, football, it's a lot more important to them. It's pretty important.
But here's the thing though.
But wait, does that mean that he was trying to watch soccer the whole time? That's a twist. I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah, it's a different kind of football.
Brazil's gonna win anyway. But I do want to just say, like, finishing up this point where it's just like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of roses to do this thing. I'm gonna Uno reverse her with your emotional gift, and then also I'm gonna break the TV. That's what you mean to me. Like it lines up with the like not quite emotionally intelligent guy.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh my god, wait. Are they open now? Fuck. They're open now. Okay, I'll buy a few of these. I have like a few more minutes left.
I think there would have been an update.
The bread has not fallen just yet.
Oh yeah. There's a trend in Reddit stories where any story that has a man like being unappreciative of someone cooking for them, it's never good. It never has that turned
That's
out
never
well.
the one thing that's wrong.
Right.
Like they always posted it like, am I the asshole for like forgetting to go to the store? And it's just like, oh, it was the organ store and they were dying from organ failure. And like,
What?
I forget to go to the store.
I totally forgot.
Sorry.
This episode is brought to you by Factor. Get started on your resolutions this year with the help of Factor, the ready-to-eat meal service that's sent straight to your door and ready in just 2 minutes. These are chef-crafted,
Okay.
they're delicious.
I want to buy 2 more
including a
big
ton
truck
of
spawners
options.
for
They've
this
got Calorie Smart,
spot.
Protein Plus, Vegan, Veggie, and they've got tons of snack options, smoothies, shakes. Anything your heart desires, Factor can deliver it to you right to your door. I'm a big fan of it. I've used it a lot in my life. Meal prepping is a lot of work. You got the grocery store, you got the prepping, you got the cooking, and you got the cleanup.
Okay.
It's so much that by the time you're done, you're just exhausted. You don't want to keep doing it. And with Factor, you can take that all away and just have the food right there, ready in 2 minutes. If you're interested, head to factormeals.com/pitreddit50
You know what, just open that,
and
let's
use
go.
code PitReddit50 to get 50%.
What time is it?
That's code PitReddit50.
Okay, let's go.
Factormeals.com/PitReddit50 to get 50% off. This episode is brought to you by...
We got 3 minutes left.
A lot of resolutions hardly last past 30 days, and one of your resolutions might be to save money. Well,
Very
this is
soon,
the way to
bread.
make that resolution last
Oh
all
my god.
is by switching over to Mint,
Almost bread,
which
yes.
only costs $15 a month if you buy their 3-month plan. And that's unlimited talk.
This is so stupid. Bread? Question mark?
$15 a month. It's the best deal you could ever get. You get to keep your own phone. It's easy to switch over using eSIM. And it's fantastic. It's got everything you want for $15 a month. We use it on our Smosh phone here.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. We do everything on it, all through Mint Mobile. Anything you see us posting on social media, that's all through the smartphone, and that phone's using Mint Mobile. It's got the SIM card in there. It's great. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/pitreddit. That's mintmobile.com/pitreddit. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/pitreddit. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. This episode is also brought to you by Rocket Money. Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your accounts and you don't know where it's going?
258.
Being robbed by a ghost? Well, what it is all those subscriptions you're not keeping track of. You know, fitness apps, streaming services, delivery services. They add up and they
259.
take all your
Okay,
money.
here we go.
Well, Rocket Money is here to help. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your
I got
bills.
1 minute left. I'm
It's
just gonna
fantastic.
hover over this
And,
thing
you
and
know,
start like rapid fire
puts them all
opening
in
the
one
second I
place
can.
So you can look through and you can cancel without ever having to call customer service, making it so much easier for you. You're gonna end up saving a lot of money throughout the years. Rocket Money makes canceling a subscription
Come on
so
now.
much easier. I'm someone who hates getting on the phone, and if I can just cancel things with a tap, oh my gosh, that's so much better. Rocket Money has over 5
Let's pause
million
the Reddit stories for now so I can focus. Here we go, guys. Spam the open button. Spam the open button. Come on. When's the time gonna... Yes! I got 2 of them open. What? What number is that? Oh my god, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, they're opening now. Oh no, is it bugged? Quick, make the bread fall. Okay. Did any of them work, or are they all bugged? I'm gonna be so pissed off if that's broken right now. Reload. We're reloading. Reload slot. Let's see if reloading fixes it as quickly as possible. Yep. Okay, cool. Reload. I forgot last year it fucking bugged out for me. That's so stupid. I stayed up for this shit again, and it's still broken. So, okay, so the numbers are supposed to show up. Yeah, stupid Brett. The numbers are supposed to show up, but, for some reason, I think he changed it. Now it has, like, a weird, like, pending symbol on it. So it's like, dude, what's the point? What the hell? So we waited for the bread to fall? Okay, so one of my balls is at 2,281. And then I have a bunch of other ones that are loading that's supposed to be way sooner. What the hell? Okay, so 2,281. See, I don't know if they're ever gonna load. I'm pretty sure they load and it just like figures out what number should be next. So like it didn't count these. It just bugged. Which is so stupid on a development point. Like, dude, oh my god, I hate developers, dude. They're so stupid. That's such a stupid thing to have. That's so dumb. I forgot that happened last year. I mean, whatever. I still got some pretty sub 2,000 numbers. Or sub 10,000. It's like they gave Brett and took it away. Oh, instead wet bread? Oh, yeah. Yeah, wet bread. Ugh. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't even think it's gonna load numbers. Oh, well, whoops. That was dumb. Reload slot. Let's see if it freaking... I just deleted something by accident. Did any of them load now? Nope, they're still, like, pending. What the fuck? Dude, no! Figure out what number you want to be! Bruh! Bipolar bread, damn. Yeah, real. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Didn't have that one on my year card. Yeah, none of them chose numbers. Oh my god, I forgot that happened last year. I kind of assumed it would be fixed. Yeah, Defaultio, the maker of this game, sucks ass. He's a loser. He's a little bitch. If he has a girlfriend, he probably watches, because that's crazy. What the hell? I hate the game. Dude, oh my god. Okay, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I did that pretty fast, I think, and I got nothing out of it. I stayed up till 3 a.m. for this. Fuck you, guy. My god. Ah! So far, the lowest I have that I know of is 2,281. Which isn't bad. I can probably sell that for like $1 million later on. Or quite a few million, to be fair, but whatever. Open one more, let's see if it's loading them now. Okay, newest low number, because this one decided to load, is 5,504. For the record, there's been 5,504 of these opened within the last 5 minutes. So, yeah, that's the game I'm playing with people. And yeah, it was pretty much lost time, kinda. I had fun. I don't hate staying up. It's just like, dude, I kind of had a purpose, and it's dumb. Hold on, let's leave and rejoin. Might as well. I don't see those balls like loading a number while I'm in the game, so let's just leave and rejoin. I didn't join my freaking private server. Okay, join. Stupid wet bread. Dude, talking about it like it's bread is hilarious. We don't like wet bread, it's stupid, 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 yeah. Dude, it's still loading, like they're still bugged. What the hell? How is that fair? Whatever. In my mind, maybe they'll turn into low numbers. I don't know, I doubt it, but... And here, wet bread, yes. Oh my god. I don't know, maybe it's just trying to figure out what number it should be, but, like, I feel like that's pretty, like, easy. Just make it, like, do the next number. I don't see why it has to be some complicated thing that has to load for. Oh, yeah, even new ones are being broken still. Okay, whatever, I give up. Like, subscribe, have a great night, everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope your morning goes swell. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna leave the game though, because I'm tired. Or well, actually, do I have more presents I gotta go get really quick? I don't know. Man. No, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. I think I'm calling it a night. I'm tired. At least video-wise, I'm calling it a night. I might, like, hang out in BC or whatever. I'm not really tired. Okay. Okay. I'm tired in an exhausted sense, but I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep for a while. I literally just said I'm tired, and then 2, like, seconds later, I say, I'm not really that tired. Fucking dumbass, dude. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. Alright, with that being said, have an amazing day, everybody. I'm gonna end this video here. I will... Dude, this is so anticlimactic, because, like, this was kind of what the video was for, and I can't even show you what numbers I got yet, because it won't load. So lame. I'm sorry. I might do a video soon showing what I got. In my head, I think this is just gonna turn into, like, bigger numbers later on, so I didn't actually get anything out of this, which is so stupid. As a game developer, the guy who made this should be ashamed of himself. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. We got sandwich bread, but it's not bad, but it's not that good. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Have an amazing day, everybody. Goodbye. Ending my 5-hour long stream.